Leaping shot. Explosive shot. Ah, there we go. Oh, so I have first blood. Leaping shot. No. Explosive shot. Pin cushion. Strafing shots. Okay. There we go. Excellent. Alright, next one over is Cassandra. Weapon and shield, two-handed weapon, battle master. Shield wall. She's really got to be a tank, I think. So I'd have to do war cry. I'm gonna do that. I like both of them. Oh, I can spend two. Oh, nice. First blood. First blood. Let's see. Change, then charging bull or untouchable defense. That's pretty good, actually. I like that. Okay. And I did Varric. Alright, Solus. A spirit guy and an ice guy. What have we got here? Barrier. Peaceful aura. Guardian spirit. Yeah, I think he's going to be my status affected guy. Buffer, debuffer, things like that. Dispel. What? I can't? I like that. Cool. I'm trying to think of what the multiplayer would even be like in this game. Like, I was trying to figure out what that would even look like in this scenario, but okay. Struck me I haven't saved in ages, so let's do that. All right.
Nothing to report, sir.
You're covering in sleep doge.
Watch your step.
I'm not sure it whoops.
Mother Giselle ought to be around here somewhere.
Okay. Note to self. You can take damage when you fall. Note to self. It's a raid simulator? So this really was an MMO. Like, this totally was then, right? Does it have any benefits on the single player game? Codex unlocked. Foot soldier. Oh my god, a lot more people. Liliana. She has many names. Most know her as Sister Liliana or the Nightingale. Some refer to her as the girl that I romanced in Dragon Age Origins. Some refuse to speak her name at all, referring to her only as the left hand of the divine, the shadow behind the sunburst throne. The spy master Marjolaine trained Liliana from a young age. For years, Liliana was Marjolaine's instrument in the great game of Orlais. While Liliana was devoted to Marjolaine, the reverse was not true. Marjolaine betrayed Liliana and almost succeeded in killing her. Liliana survived the betrayal thanks to revered Mother Dorothea. Oh, okay. Interesting, Thorg. That's interesting. Following this betrayal, Liliana spent several years in a cloister in Ferelden hiding from her past. Inspired by revered Mother Dorothea, Liliana dedicated herself to her faith, discovering peace in a simple life of devotion. But when the Fifth Blight began, she received what she believed a vision from the Maker. This prompted her to leave her sanctuary, taking up arms against the Darkspawn. Several years after the defeat of the Archdemon, Liliana received a summons from Dorothea, now Divine Justinia V. She returned to Orlais to become an agent of the Sunburst Throne. Justiniana perished in the explosion that destroyed the Divine Conclave, and Liliana became a founding member and spy master of the New Inquisition. Yeah, that would have been my thought, Div, but I don't know. Whoops, I guess I missed one. Her. Josephine Montelier, Seeker Cassandra. Josephine Montelier is a noble from the nation of Antia. She was educated in Val Royeaux, where she built connections among the court. Antiva, I should have said. Once she finished her schooling at a surprisingly young age, Lady Montelier became the official diplomat between King Fulgeno of Antiva to Empress Selene of Orlais. The appointment suits her. She is well-traveled, familiar with many forms of etiquette, and by all accounts a skilled negotiator. If that endorsement does not suffice, Josephine is a personal friend. I have faith in her. We require someone both influential and trustworthy to be an ambassador for the Inquisition. You cannot tell me you would prefer to take the job yourself, Sister Liliana. There's another person I missed. Cullen. Whatever you have heard of Kirkwall's rebellion, the truth is far worse. I would spare you that. What remains of Kirkwall's Templars have been under my command for the past few years. We have done what we could to assist with the city's recovery, to restore some semblance of order, but my time here is done. Seeker Pendergast has approached me. She wishes to stop the war between mages and Templars. She has been recruiting men and women to the cause and wishes me to oversee the group's military concerns. If the conclave goes well, then we will not be needed. If not, we stand ready. I have decided to take Seeker Pendergast's offer. The circles have fallen. I give no more to the Templar Order, nor it to me. The Maker has shown me a new path. I must take it. Excerpt from a letter sent to Southreach by Commander Cullen. Foot Soldier. I have faced Antivin duelists, Ferelden Ash Warriors, and Fog Warrior skirmishers. When you strip away the titles and tricks, they are simply men who want to see their enemies dead, but need a hand free to manage it. Duelists favor a thinner target over the offensive strength of a main gauche. Ash Warriors need a hand to guide their Mabari and a lighter weapon to take advantage of the openings their dogs leave, while Fog Warriors rely on stealth and speed too much to use a heavy shield. When engaging with such an opponent, respect his speed. His hands and feet will move a great deal, ignore them. Watch his hips and shoulders instead. First deny what advantage he has in his allies or environment unless you have trained equally in such matters. Once you control his weapon, overwhelm him. He has no shield, and you need not fear a second blade. If forced to fight in such a matter, you must decide whether you will fight as a duelist, one-handed, or as a chevalier. If the former, drop your back leg away to tighten your center target as you have no shield to cover your body or second weapon to bring into range. Focus on a quick attack and give ground freely when you cannot find an advantage. If the latter, rely on your vambrace and gauntlet as a shield, and try to wrench your opponent's weapon away. My left arm bears the scars of such efforts, but my opponents bear worse. Better still, do not lose your shield at all, but battles are not a place of perfection. An excerpt from a meditation upon the use of blades by Swordmaster Massage de Jean-Mien, required reading at the Académie des Chevaliers. I like Orlais, by the way. I was sure before the Blight they were a whole lot more rare. Should ask a warden about that if killing archdemons leaves nugs all over. And the poor things don't seem built for anywhere. I mean, they feed on anything, but they blister in the desert and freeze in the snow, and they're easier to track than your own arse. Everything eats them except me. The hands put me off, yet they thrive. Randy bastards outpace every tooth and claw. Anyway, my point is, the ones around the farm are so inbred, they're 5 colors and can't stop peeing. I'm selling them in the capital as elusive eastern bunny pigs. What did Father say about idiots with deep pockets? Excerpt from the private letters of Captain Byrne, Lapnug dealer, produced in evidence after 7 claims of water terrors and death following bites in the Garden District, 936. That's cool. I love stuff like that. Mountains. The horns and the ram is a marvelous creature. Its wool makes the best lining for winter coats this side of the mountains. The horns and bones can be crushed into powder and mixed with the soil for a healthy crop, or charred and ground into ink powder. The hide makes a good cover and a window against the winds. You can burn the dung in a pinch, melt down its fat for candles. I haven't even mentioned the meat. With a full-grown ram, you could make a stew big enough for a village and have enough left over for a week. So there'll be no more complaining about being paid in sheep for your work during the harvest. With that ram and a few ewes, you can start your own flock. You're lucky to have them handed to you instead of needing to go and tame a wild one. Listen to your father for once. Take care of those animals and they take care of you. Letter from a Ferelden farmer to his son. Hello, Anderman. Can you post a link? Well, what's the link about, Anderman? Welcome in, but what's the link about? I love this card art a lot. Rebel Mages. Whereas the circle was established not merely to protect the world from mages, but also to allow mages to practice their arts safely and without fear. And, whereas under Lord Seeker Lambert's command, the Templars sworn to protect all people, including mages, from the harmful effects of magic, have instead persecuted mages with such biased judgment as to worsen the problems they were meant to mitigate. And, whereas the Rite of Tranquility, intended as a tool of last resort to stop uncontrolled mages from hurting themselves or others, has instead been used for punitive and political purposes to silence dissent and inhibit civilized discourse. And, whereas Andraste herself intended the relationship between mage and Templar to be one of practitioner and protector, not prisoner and jailer, and when it becomes necessary for a man to dissolve the bonds that held him to his master, blah, 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 blah. What is the link about, Anderman? Now, therefore, the Circle of Magi declares the following. We, the mages of Ferelden and Orlais, do hereby dissolve the circles. It is to a t-shirt? No, I'm sorry, Enderman. If you want to become a part of the stream, you can definitely come join up with a community. Well, I mean, I kind of would rather not. I mean, go ahead and do it, but honestly, like, you know, if you're joining in with stuff, that's cool, but we need to know what it's about. Because I think you're new, right? You just come into the stream, I think, right? Yes? We, the mages of Ferelden and Orlais, do hereby dissolve the circles and renounce our sworn submission to the order of the Templars effective immediately. We reiterate Andraste's assertion that magic was made to serve man, not rule over him, and state unequivocally that we will use our abilities only to defend ourselves from those who would see us relinquish our lives and freedoms under the presumption of guilt for crimes we have not committed. We condemn those practitioners of mind who, through illness or mind or understandable but misguided anger at those that oppress them, would use their maker-given powers to threaten innocent lives, and we pledge to aid any legitimate and impartial government in bringing these lawless apostates to justice. We look earnestly to a future of cooperation between all people of Thedas, free from persecution and prejudice, and hope to build a better world alongside all who approach us with friendship instead of fear. Yours in service to Andraste and the Maker. The Free Mages of Thedas, a leaflet distributed in towns and villages across Orlais and Ferelden. Okay. Most Holy, the Templar Order. There's a lot of stuff here. Wow. Most Holy, the Seekers are well aware of the part you played in the rebellion. You call me to the Grand Cathedral in the middle of the night. Oh, okay. You call me to the Grand Cathedral in the middle of the night on urgent business only to speak of trivial matters, and then when I return to the White Spire, I discover chaos and one of your agents in the midst of the apostates. Did you think I would not notice? Did you believe yourself above repercussions for such acts? It was a dark day when the Chantry placed such an incapable woman upon the sunburst throne. I will not stand idle and watch you destroy what ages of tradition and righteousness have built. In the 20th year of the Divine Age, the Never in Accord was sighed. The Seekers of Truth lowered our banner and agreed to serve as the Chantry's right hand, and together we created the Circle of Magi. With the Circle no more... with the Circle no more, I hereby declare the Accord null and void. Neither the Seekers of Truth nor the Templar Order recognize Chantry authority, and instead we will perform the Maker's work as it was meant to be done as we see fit. Signed this day in the 40th year of the Dragon Age, Lord Seeker Lambert Van Reeves. Letter sent to Divine Justinia from the former Lord Seeker. Templar Order traditional role. You have your own Anderman t-shirt? Really? That's cool. Often portrayed as stoic and grim, the Order of Templars was created as the martial arm of the Chantry. Armed with the ability to dispel and resist magic in addition to their formidable combat talents, Templars are uniquely qualified to act as both a foil for apostates, mages who refuse to submit to the authority of the Circle, and a first line of defense against the dark powers of blood mages and abominations. While mages often resent the Templars as symbols of the Chantry's control over magic, the people of Thedas see them as saviors and holy warriors, champions of all that is good, armed with piety enough to protect the world from the ravages of foul magic. In reality, the Chantry's military arm looks first for skilled warriors with unshakable faith in the Maker, with a flawless moral center as a secondary concern. Templars must carry out their duty with an emotional distance, and the Order of Templars prefers soldiers with religious fervor and absolute loyalty over paragons of virtue who might question orders when it comes time to make difficult choices. That's charming. The Templars' power derives from the substance lyrium, a mineral believed to be the raw element of creation. While mages use lyrium in their arcane spells and rituals, Templars ingest the primordial mineral to enhance their abilities to resist and dispel magic. I remember that. Lyrium use is regulated. Lyrium use is regulated by the Chantry. I should buy one? Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Lyrium use is regulated by the Chantry, but some Templars suffer from lyrium addiction, the effects of which include paranoia, obsession, and dementia. I didn't know that, Akmok. So you're an August 1972 kid, huh? Templars knowingly submit themselves to this treatment in the service of the Order and the Maker. It is this sense of ruthless piety that most frightens mages when they draw the Templars' attention. When the Templars are sent to eliminate a possible blood mage, there is no reasoning with them, and if the Templars are prepared, the mage's magic is all but useless. Driven by their faith, the Templars are one of the most feared and respected forces in Thedas. From Patterns Within Form by Halden, First Enchanter of Starkhaven, 880 Blessed. Very cool. Study of the Fifth Blight, Volume 2. The Wardens sought Arl Aemon, uncle of the late King Kylan, in the hopes of mustering troops from the Ferelden nobility. Upon arriving in Redcliffe, they learned that the Arl had fallen ill and was near death. His knights had gone in pursuit of the fabled ashes of Andraste, Aemon's only hope for a cure, and the village surrounding the keep was beset by a host of animated corpses. The Wardens found and stopped the demon behind the undead before joining the search for Aemon's cure. No one is certain if the Wardens actually located the final resting place of Our Lady Andraste, but whatever they found saved the Earl of Redcliffe. Upon his recovery, Arv 72. Before time there was Arv. Oh, good grief. Upon his recovery, Aemon Garen called for a landsmeet, and he and the Wardens traveled to Denerim. The gathered lords and ladies of Ferelden found Tayron Loghain guilty of a number of crimes and sentenced him to execution. Furthermore, the landsmeet bore witness to the betrothal of Queen Honora to Alistair Therin, the lost son of Merrick. The nobility then pledged their own armies in the battle against the Blight. The archdemon clashed with the allied forces at the city of Denerim and was eventually slain, but at terrible cost. Much of the city lay in ruin, and the warden who rallied the armies, later known as the hero of Ferelden, perished in battle. The Fifth Blight ended before most of Thedas knew it had begun, but it left a terrible wound on Ferelden. The losses suffered at Ostagar and Denerim greatly compromised the security of the kingdom. Southern Ferelden, from the Korkari wilds to the edge of the Benarin, are, to this day, a wasteland. It's uncertain how far the ripples from this event still travel, or what waves it has already stirred. Oh wait, that was from a study of the Fifth Blight by Sister Petrine, Chantry scholar, yeah. To First Inquisition. The birth of the Chantry took place more than 9 ages ago. The mists of time have obscured once well-known facts. It is commonly believed the Chantry alone created the Templars in the Circle of Magi. Few recall there was ever an Inquisition. Yeah, Enderman. I like the fact, but I happen to have a ton of t-shirts myself, so not that are of me, but t-shirts that I like, so it's cool stuff, though. It is commonly believed the Chantry alone created the Templars in the Circle of Magi. Few recall there was ever an Inquisition. Those who do believe it predated the Chantry, hunting cultists and mages in a reign of terror, ending only upon its transformation into the Templar Order. This is not quite the truth. One must keep in mind the state of Thedas prior to the Chantry's creation, a world where the only source of order, the Tevinter Imperium, had fallen apart. People blame magic for the death of Andraste, the Blight, the terror they saw every day, and not without reason. Abominations and demons rampaged the countryside. No one was safe. Disparate groups of men and women initially formed the Seekers of Truth, determined to re-establish order because no one else would do what was necessary. The truth they sought, the question they tried to answer, was how to restore sanity in a world gone mad. Was theirs a reign of terror? Perhaps. Evidence suggests they were as vigilant in their protection of mages as they were of regular people. When they intervened, they convened an ad hoc trial to determine the guilty party. This even application of justice led to their poor reputation. The Seekers came down against every group at one time or another, their Inquisition gaining notoriety for being on no one's side but their own. They considered themselves good people, however, followers of the Maker's true commandments. It was never more evident than when they laid down their banner in support of the fledgling chantry. They believed with all their heart that the Templar Order was the answer a desperate Thetis needed in a terrible time. Ultimately, the Inquisition was composed of independent idealists, not chantry zealots. That is the truth. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genativi. And, of course, we have already done that. Oh, one more. While some of my contemporaries dispute whether the Fifth Blight was a true blight or merely a large darkspawn resurgence, historians agree that it began in the swamps of the Kokari Wilds in the southeastern border of Ferelden in the year 930 Dragon. Okay, this one I'm not going to read, though, because that is just previous history that I've already gone through, so I'm not going to do that. Ferelden after the Blight. One need only stroll through the Denerim market. I don't know, Enderman, but listen, man, you put the link out there, so at this point, the best thing to do is to just kind of let people take a look for it for themselves, and if they decide they want to, they can. But that's pretty much it, man, okay? Don't need to keep pushing it, so... If people are interested, they can get it. You can't get one until 5 people buy. Well, again, it's up to people whether they want to do it, but you know, you put the link up there so people can see it for themselves and decide, okay? You would be hard pressed to believe that Darkspawn ravaged the city within our lifetime. Scars remain for the people who lived through it, but life moves forward. Now children play in the streets, children for whom the Blight is a story their parents tell. I once heard a small boy ask what a Darkspawn was. To him, it was only a word he heard from the older youths. We teach that a learned child is a blessing upon his parents and unto the Maker. Andraste, forgive me, but I felt joy at his smiling ignorance. The actions of our rulers are thus a puzzle to me. Despite the events at Kirkwall, Ferelden continues to offer refuge to the rebel mages, which will only bring trouble to our doorsteps. It already has. Rumors among the merchants suggest that Starkhaven places sanctions on trade as a sign of protest, 1 year of conflict in the hinterlands between Templars and mages. Mother Diana says I am to accompany her to the conclave in Haven. She says to have faith in divine Justinia, and that whatever comes we shall see the Maker's will done. I think of those smiling children who have not grown up with death and fear, and I pray it is so. A letter from Sister Kira of the Denerim Chantry to her sister in the Free Marches. And the hinterlands. My lord Arl Tegan. I retired to the hinterlands for peace and quiet away from the politics, and because the wide open spaces were perfect to let my horses... were perfect to let my horses run. Instead, the war between the mages and the Templars has turned your beautiful hills into a series of burning battlefields. The farmers who live in the hinterlands are good folk. Many of them left Redcliffe Village because they couldn't bear to be there anymore, not after the Blight and the Walking Dead left so many bad memories. Now we've got apostates running around setting fire to anyone who looks at them sideways, and Templars looting houses and cutting down those who protest as mage sympathizers. My wife Elena sent off her field hands to stay with her family in the east, but there are a lot of poor people here with nowhere to go. We get more refugees every day. This village attacked by mad mages, or that farmstead burned to the ground by Templars who can't tell a hoe from a staff. I suppose you're stretched thin, but anything you can do to lessen the burden of these poor folk would be much appreciated. I'll do as I can, and if your men need better mounts, say the word. Best of luck to you, my lord. Remember not to let Duchess puff out her gut when you saddle her. Yours in service, Dennett. A letter from Redcliffe's former horsemaster to Arl Tegan of Redcliffe undelivered. And you can find resources found here. Elfroot, Spindleweed, Blood Lotus, Crystal Grace. I need a Blood Lotus, actually. Royal Elfroot, Deep Mushroom, Embrium, Iron, Drakestone, Onyx, Obsidian. Interesting. Okay. What about the tales? Enchanters! The time has come to be alive with the circle of magi where we will thrive with our brothers. Enchanters remind that time will not unwind. The dragon's crooked spine will never straighten into line. Okay, we're changing our rhyme scheme. Our plea will be a faithful end decree where a man will not retreat from the defeat of his fathers. Enchanters, a time has come for battle lines. We will cut these knotted ties, and some may live and some may die. Enchanter, come to me. Enchanter, come to me. Enchanter, come to see. Canna you come to see as you once were blind? And in the light now you can sing, and our strength we can rely, and history will not repeat, as performed by the bard Merryden Halewell. Why are the poems in these games so lousy, man? So lousy. Such a shame. Maker, have you left me here? Temple, sacred ashes, tragic mark upon our land. Skyfall, let darkness rain on thee. Now flee from the dragon's heart. Warring, battle-scarred eyes, breach into the fate is come. Demon, please spare my life and our souls, as performed by the bard Merryden Halewell. And the tutorial, which I don't really need to worry about. Because I already did that. Researcher, apothecary, I already know about that. Potion upgrading and crafting. Yay, I'm caught up. Alright, caught up. Hey, hey, what's up, Nedwin? How you doing, man?
Inquisition forces. They're trying to protect the refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
Hold. We are not apostates.
I do not think they care, Seeker.
Have fun with that, guys. Static cage, static cage. Achievement unlocked. Synergized. All right.
Be ready. More coming our way.
What's the matter, guys? Can't move? Hey! What a bastard.
Back me up!
Man,
It's done.
no need for that crap. You have 700 more games than I do? Oh, thank you, Kanumi.
There are mages here who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
What is with the hats, man?
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
But your hat
Hush,
is so
dear boy.
stupid.
Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I'll
I
check
am,
on that in a second, Nedwin, sure.
And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
Part of the problem, though, is that if I move it to the right, it blocks other things, but we'll see. Okay.
Is that why you asked for me? The Chantry has already...
I know what they've done.
And why am I here?
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
Inquisition of You, the stupid hat game.
What happened was horrible.
Fear makes us desperate, but hopefully not beyond reason. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
You want me to appeal to them?
If I thought you were incapable, I wouldn't suggest it.
Will they even listen?
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. The power is the unified voice. Take that from them and you receive the time you need.
So I show up, say hello, show them the mark on my hand.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate, or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call, as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us, or destroy us. I will go to Haven, and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
Including use a terrible hat. Alright.
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
As soon as we get some loot. Take all. Belt of Staggering.
I hear reconstruction is progressing well in Kirkwall.
I'm going to actually re-equip them in a second.
I wasn't trying to...
You weren't trying to remind me how bad it is in Kirkwall, so you decided to talk about it?
About its recovery.
What you're talking about are the buildings, and even that will take years. People don't recover
Fair enough,
so
fair enough.
easily.
A letter to revered Mother Giselle. To my friend and faithful servant, revered Mother Giselle. The Grand Clerics tell me you have requested more aid in tending the refugees who are gathering in and around Redcliffe. Your efforts are indeed most appreciated, although in the future, when you are asked how many refugees will be helped by your efforts for requisitioning purposes, it may help if you provide an actual numerical answer as opposed to the worthy but unspecific, as many as we can. It breaks my heart to see this war cross the Maker's land, Giselle. I would that you were here with me at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Your words have calmed many irate minds over the years, and we will not lack for those at the Conclave. Still, I am glad that the refugees have you to care for them. Too many in the halls of power forgotten are faithful. If any pressure you to accommodate their views, you must let me know at once. Maker willing, this war shall all be over soon, Giselle. Be well and go with my blessing in service of the Maker, Divine Justinia V. Okay. Let's take a look at what we got, shall we? Belt of Staggering. Plus 2% stagger on being hit. On being hit? So wait, if I wear this belt, I'm more likely to be staggered? Is that the deal here? Hey, Parker, what's up, man? Is that the deal? I'm more likely to be staggered if I put the belt on? Really? That can't be right. Is that right? Is that seriously correct? Is that what that means? Seems bizarre to me. You stagger people when you get hit. Oh, alright. I was gonna say, otherwise it'd be kind of, not preferable. Okay. Let's take a look. Weapons. That's fine. Got that. Bianca. I happen to really like the Easter Bunny versus Genghis Khan. And of course, the first Vader versus Hitler is epic. Actually, no, the lead in the Vader, I think it's the opening to season 2, Vader Hitler is pretty epic also. Okay. Hey, Mojo, what's up, man? Yeah, unfortunately, Mojo and Parker, I am logging off in about 5 minutes here. I'm going to do my giveaway because I've been streaming for a while and it is getting late. I have probably going to be streaming D&D tomorrow and then another stream later on because I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesday because I'm teaching on Tuesday. So, so it's going to be a little different than normal. But it is wonderful to see you guys. It's already equipped. Okay. All right. What about accessories? Okay. That's that. All right.
Something like that. I see.
That's a sign? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Got someone to talk to over here with the exclamation point. What's up, refugee?
You there? Can you help my wife? Please, I beg you.
I was almost about to say goodbye. What's
with your
wrong?
wife?
She gets sick when the weather's foul. Can't catch her breath like cobwebs in her lungs. Our son Hindle makes a potion that lets her breathe. He's the only one who can make it, but he's joined that cult in the hills. Please, get to him and tell him what's wrong. Without that potion, she'll die.
Get the potion from the refugee's son, huh? Alright. What the devil is that? Claim? What the hell did I just do? Landmarks? Saga of Tyrda Brightaxe of our mother, 7th stanza. Tyrda Brightaxe, dwarf field, trend chieftain, whither leaf-eared lover lay. Woke she did to love sweat morning, lover gone in light of day. Oh, this is a little Beowulf style. Dream words whispered, spoken soft, still the silence crushed and crashing. Dead her tribe, unless a child could keep her line in warrior fashion. Avalvar, so named the lover, called our journey yours and mine. One day child of Tyrda's blood, mooring Hanan in strength must shine. Lovers whispers to obey, Hendir, dwarf prince, friend in passion. Babe produced to serve the line, the Avar tribe, her name are taking. Interesting. Also interesting is the fact that my guy's leveled up. Okay, archery. Let's see. What was I working on with you? Long shot, first blood, explosive shot, pin cushion. Okay. What else we got? Cassandra is working on Battlemaster. It'll cost you, I think is what I was doing that. Yep. Very nice. And Solus. Hey, what's up, Uncle Stalin? The new Batman game. Twitch plays Dragon Age Inquisition. The new Batman game? What do you mean? You mean that it's like available for pre-order? I think it was going to be March or April, something like that. I'm definitely going to be playing that, of course. Absolutely, I will be. Rejuvenating Barrier. Revival. Probably looking at Revival. Yeah, let's do that. Nice. Okay. Take a look at the quest. Okay, those are all war ones. Okay. Passing notes. Acquisition for weapons. Here you have the hinterlands. Master of horses. Speak with Dennett. It's on the outskirts. Holding the hinterlands. Shallow breaths. Okay. So now it starts opening up then. Now we get all these extra quests that are around here. Okay, Law, sounds good. Thanks for stopping by, man. Lawkeeper bot, I think, is back, I see, so that should be fine. Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm signing off here in just a moment. Let's get that elf fruit. Talk to this person, and then we will close up shop for the night with a giveaway and a raid. Refugee hunter.
That's the last of the bread. Going to be a long, hungry night.
What's the problem?
These people need food.
Yeah.
There are rams out in the hills. Good eating, cooks easy, and no lords around to kill you for poaching. Too dangerous to go hunting now. More likely to find mages than luck. Good luck. Luck won't put fat on your ribs.
Oh, see, look at that MMO quest. 0 out of 10 ram meat. Okay, let me just move in the direction of... Make sure I'm headed in the right direction. Okay, I am. Excellent. And let's save that. Okay, so you can fast travel back to this. You've got Haven, you got stuff there. There's like 7 quests in the hinterlands. Okay, that's cool. Not bad. I think I like it. Oh, since we're doing MMO quests? Oh, geez. Well, I'm not doing completionist things. Yeah, 60% of this is optional. Yeah. I'm not going to do completionist stuff for sure. Not going to do completionist stuff for sures. All right, that's cool though. Some interesting stuff there to be done. Hey, what's up, Demiser? Yeah, so far I like it. So far I like it. I still am kind of warming up to certain aspects of it. I'm not crazy about the MMO-ish stuff. I don't like the whole fetch 10 things. I'm like, I don't know about, like, I don't know that I want to go running around and fetching. I don't like fetch quests, you know, like I don't want to play an MMO, I want to play a single player game. But I like a lot of the other aspects of it so far. And so, yeah, I think it's kind of cool. And I've also heard from people that once you get past the hinterlands, things start opening up considerably. So I think that's cool. So nice. How did it go, Demiser? Was it awesome? Was it good times? Nice, dude. Congratulations, man. Is there a video, Demiser? Demiser, is there a video? Please tell me there's a video. There's got to be a video somewhere, right? Can we see this video, please? Can you link it? Come on, there's got to be a video, please. Nah, that's cool, Gent. That's probably what I'll end up doing. I got that impression. video, Demiser, is there? Maybe. Okay, and hang on a second whilst I'm pulling things up here. There will be eventually. Okay, let me know when it happens, though. Let me know. That would be awesome. Okay, folks, so tonight we're going to be doing a giveaway, as I say, D&D, hopefully Saturday night. And if not, there's definitely going to be a stream of some kind or other before next Tuesday, because Tuesday I'm not going to be streaming because it's my final day of class. Actually, Tuesday they have they moved it from Monday to Tuesday for that day, so I'm not going to be streaming on Tuesday. So I will definitely do a stream at another point before that, and we're going to be on this game for a while. I was thinking seriously about doing the Ultima Underworld run and finishing that, but I decided to do this just because I was interested in it. I wanted to kind of, I wanted to kind of get back into a game where I could really sink my teeth into it. Then I have a couple sessions left of Ultima Underworld to finish. Then we're going to do that Talisman of Death fighting fantasy game, and then I'll have to decide between maybe Assassin's Creed 4 or possibly Trails of Sky, or possibly, depending on when we get done with all that, if we're going to be then close to where we're going to be doing like The Witcher 3 or Pillars of Eternity or one of those types of games. So that's what we're looking at for now. So what was I going to say? Yeah, and I did a good bit of it. I did a good bit of that myself, Demiser. So yeah, that's awesome, man. Congratulations, dude. Did you play the narrator? Oh, you were the Undertaker. Okay, cool. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. So tonight, ladies and gents, if you guys happen to win, you will have a choice of one of the 3 following games. You can choose either The Cat Lady. This is courtesy of Messiah DMR. The Cat Lady. Choice number 2, Insurgency. This is courtesy of Eric. Courtesy of Eric is Insurgency. And choice number 3, Metro 2033, courtesy of Kilobyte. So again, your choices are The Cat Lady, that's from Messiah. Choice number 2 is Insurgency. And choice number, that's from Eric. And choice number 3 is Metro 23, that is courtesy of Kilobyte. And let's see, the giveaway is going to be... Demise, that's cool. I definitely will, Eric. Don't trust me. I will definitely do that, but it's not going to be until not going to be for a few games down the line until then. Okay, good night, Messiah. Let's see. The giveaway keyword is going to be okay, if you guys are interested in winning one of those, please type in the word Nugdoom. Nugdoom. And as you guys do that, I'm going to check it out. Nugdoom! Oh, man. Love me some Nugdoom. Okay. And let's take a look at who we've got here. Alrighty, let's see. Hang on a moment. And if you guys like what you saw, by the way, because I saw we had some new people in here tonight, quite a number of them, so if you like what you saw, please make sure to hit that follow button, and don't forget about the Steam group, the YouTube page. Those 2 things are ways that you can keep up with the stream as well when I am not streaming. So... Okay. Thugloom, Xanos Doom. Okay, I know exactly who we're going to, this is going to be cool. I know exactly who we're going to raid. Alright, so last call. Thank you, Law. MacNoon. For a Dune. All right, last call. We require additional pylons. I love the Protoss, man. I love the Protoss. Okay, and the winner is... Rigged hacks. Congratulations, Digital Architect. Congratulations, Digital. Digital, I don't know if you followed me before. I think you may be new in here. If you have followed me before, then welcome back. But if not, see? You get in here and boom, shakalaka. You immediately win. That's how we roll here at the Arvanauts. What game would you like? What game of the 3 would you like, Digital? And if you haven't followed, a follow is much appreciated. It's not required, but it's much appreciated if you are interested. So what would you like of those choices of 3 games? He's like, ah. It's like The Price is Right. I remember when I used to do that theme. Da, 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 ba, 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 da. Used to be a competitive Protoss player back in SC2. I just thought they were the coolest thing. I thought it was the coolest creature. Like the Zerg, whatever. Like, you know, humans are humans. But I just thought that was so awesome, man. All right, cool, Digital. So what's it going to be then? What would you like? Metro. All righty. Metro 2333. That one again is courtesy of Kilobyte, so you can definitely thank him as well. Thanks to everybody who contributed games to the stream. All right. It is on its way to you, Digital. It's a Humble Bundle code, and that is, again, courtesy of Kilobyte. So thank you very much for that, Kilobyte. Okay. So that is the deal with that. Now, we're going to do a raid, guys. The raid, the way that we do it here is you do the Arvanauts have landed, and then you do Volcania, which is just Volcania without the period after it. What the way we do it is you wait until you actually hear the music. So I'm going to have my outro music playing. As soon as you hear my outro music playing, then you can go over there and we're just going to do a wave of those. Feel free to practice that in my chat if you like. You just do a wave of those when we get started, and the person that we're going to raid, I think this will be very appropriate actually. So that's what we're going to do. But I would like to thank everybody tonight for having watched me. This was a fun time. I'm glad we got started on this game. And again, Ultima Underworld, we will finish that run after this game is over, but I just felt like doing something a little different. So I would like to thank Demiser. Congratulations, Demiser. I am very, very proud of you, man. I can't wait to see some videotape of this. Good to see Demiser in here. Good to see Inam. Good to talk to you, man. Hopefully we'll be able to chat a little more soon, Inam. Good to see Law, as always. Pleasure to have... I hope everything went with that essay, by the way, Law. Pleasure to have Lego Freak in here, as always. Of course, Nedowin. Thank you so much, Nedowin, as always, for being here. Same thing with Gentlemen. Of course, Thorg and Xanos. Good job from everybody. Good moderation from everyone. And thanks, you guys. Always appreciated. Ikonku, Invisible, Digital Architect. Congratulations. Ikonku, Invisible, Divinorium, Axeman, Mojo, Uncle Stalin, Dinosaur, Elsewin, Smacky Butts, Akmok, Zamaria, Got No Game, Caged Wisdom are all people that I have seen in here before, all regulars of mine. Nurak, I think I may have seen that name before. If so, welcome in back, and if not, then welcome in for the first time. Kiwako, same thing. I think you followed me before. The name seems familiar. Again, welcome into the stream, and if you are coming back, then welcome back. Roix, always a pleasure. Roix, of course, is a regular of mine and a good game designer. Shumain, who's been with me since Papers, Please. Ivlagen, I haven't seen Ivlagen in here for a while. Good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back to Agent Goblin, of course. Money, who's a regular. Sokopex, who is as well. Laporce, Porquitos is a streamer you guys should be following too. He's a good dude. Eric, always a pleasure, Eric. Thank you so much for the game contributions as well. Apples, always a pleasure. Apples is very much a regular. Apples is always consistently here, so I appreciate that very much, Apples. Love Shack, always a pleasure to have Love Shack here. He's been with me for a long time. Shattermage, pleasant, my friend. No. pleasure, my friend. Good to see you, Shattermage. Good to see Kanumi as always. Of course, Strike, Parker, regulars of mine as well. Dr. Whiteface, I don't think I've seen in here before, so welcome into the stream. Lee, always a pleasure to have you in here, Lee. Always a pleasure to have Build in here as well. Good to see Gray Dippick, of course, who is a voice actor and Twitter god, as I've said many, many times. Good to see you, Gray. Hi, Spectre17, I don't think I've seen in here before, so welcome in. If you liked what you saw and heard, I hope you will follow. And, of course, Chronospy, who has been with me for a long time. So it is always a pleasure to have you guys in here. You guys are awesome, and you make the stream possible. It's fun that I don't have to talk to myself, but I'm actually talking to a good and rapidly growing group. So please follow the stream, spread the word. That's the best way that you can support things. As for me, we are going to now go over, again, I'll be on probably tomorrow for D&D, and if not for a future stream soon thereafter in the next day or so. We are now going to go over to, remember, do not go raid until you hear my music. We're going to go over to Lazarius, who is playing Dragon Age Origins. He's playing the first one of these. So you're going to get a chance to do that. Luz is a good streamer, and so let's make the stuff rain down on him as soon as you hear finishing my outro music. As soon as you hear that, that's when we're going to drop those Volcanias in his chat. Until then, thank you all so much. Love you all. You're the best viewers on Twitch, and I will catch you all tomorrow night. Until then, wonderful people. Have a good one. Good night.
Fresh and new, when it all seemed clear to you, when your aim was straight and true. Were your mind untroubled by the questions in the dark, content to play your part, open pathways to your heart? Were your life untainted by a host of broken dreams, when all your acts were queens, understood all that it means? Could you have understood the way your life was bound? Did you ever wonder how you got from there to now? Oh yes, you're gonna fly away from here, where the sky grows more clear, and your problems disappear, drift away down below. Watch them go down to your friends, where the trouble never ends, and there's always just one more day left to go. Search now through your pile of broken lies, and your set of fake goodbyes, another cynical disguise. When will they catch you? All those little things you said, will it turn around instead? Blame the voices in your head. With all your subtle language, try and turn your life around. If your center gets unwound, you do your best to slow things down. And if you feel things that you never felt before, things that shook you to your core, a shattered truth you can ignore. Oh yes, you're gonna fly away from here, where the sky grows more clear, and your problems disappear, drift away down below. Watch them go down to your friends, where the trouble never ends, and there's always just one more day left to go. is only what you make. When it comes to your own vision, when you got to